Scary Mysteries, Twisted News, Chicago Wishbone UFO, and Ethan Orton. Terrifying cases of true crimes and strange events. Every week, Twisted News dives into two mysterious and scary cases currently happening in our world. This week, we're going to tackle the chilling case of a teen who murdered his parents to gain independence, and the mystery behind the Chicago Wishbone UFO. Get ready for Scary Mysteries, Twisted News. Number 1. Ethan Orton. One thing about teenagers is that they have the biggest tendency to yearn for independence at this early age in life. Considering how they spent most of their lives following the guidelines set for them by their elders, it's quite understandable for them if one day they would crave for their freedom. There are many ways to get it. Some parents would wholeheartedly allow their kids to experiment on their autonomy. Others, however, are not as open-minded to the concept and will continue to hold reign on their children's lives. In this story, we'll see how one teenager dealt with this dilemma in his own unimaginable way. At around 2 in the morning on October 14th, 2021, the Cedar Rapids police in Iowa received a 911 call from one of the residents on the 300 block of Carnaby Drive in northeast Cedar Rapids. The caller reported about suspicious noises coming from the home of Casey Orton and his partner, Misty Slade. The couple had just recently moved into the neighborhood together with their 17-year-old child, Ethan. Neighbors could attest to the family's good behavior, and one neighbor even spoke highly of the mother's generosity, especially during the holidays. But on that early morning, something happened that will forever be remembered in that quiet community. As reported by the first police responders, they found the young Orton sitting outside their house. They approached in caution upon seeing the kid covered in what appeared to be blood. Upon questioning, he then, almost politely, told the officers that he'd killed his parents. They then entered the home after hearing the teen's confession, and there they found the bodies of 42-year-old Orton and 41-year-old Slade. In an affidavit, the killer admitted to using a knife to stab both his mother and father. He then said that he had to use an axe to finish off the woman when she appeared to have survived the initial stabbing. Investigators later on reported that the suspect had allegedly done the gruesome crime in his desire to take charge of his own life. On that same day, the Cedar Rapids police picked up Orton on charges of 2 counts of first-degree murder. Despite being a minor, reports indicate that he was indicted as an adult, owing that to the severity of the crime. As of the time being, the suspect's bail was set at $2 million during his initial court appearance. It wasn't entirely revealed what had prompted Orton to do the deed. Was he abused at home and thus acted in revenge? Was he truly deprived of his personal freedom and felt he needed to get it back? Or could he possibly be just a terribly evil person? Number 2. Wishbone UFO. It always feels like the world is getting smaller. The more connected we are and the more knowledge we have, it's only inevitable. But far from it feeling that way, obviously, there are a lot of hidden secrets and unanswered questions stashed in every corner of this world. Spotting what appears to be an unidentified flying object, or UFO, are just among these inexplicable mysteries that occur from time to time. One such incident involved a woman from Chicago who was so creeped out with what she had seen in October of 2021. Ayana, the woman in question, was reportedly left in shock and total confusion after seeing what she described to be a strange black-shaped object floating above the skies. With her curiosity piqued, the Chicagoan decided to record the surreal footage which she took from the roof of her home. In it, there seems to be a long black object formed like a wishbone, with its wings ending in a sphere. It can be observed in the video that the witness was actually talking with someone while she was recording the anomaly. The person, who turned out to be her son, just kept saying that the thing was nothing normal. "I literally have no idea what it was," Ayana said in a later interview. "There is nothing comparable. I felt total confusion and a bit creeped out." The onlooker went on to report that the UFO seemed to just float slowly southeast from the point where she and her son had seen it the first time. It further bothered them to notice how the mysterious thing cruised in the skies without making any major movements. It was as if it just levitated effortlessly. Hoping to find answers to this bewildering mystery, Ayana shared the footage in an online community of avid UFO watchers. However, instead of getting clarification, the watchers themselves admitted being dumbfounded over what they had seen in the video. A few viewers were quick to suggest that it could be nothing but a balloon, but some believed otherwise. As explained, a balloon would never hang still in the open air like the one showed in the footage. It should bob, even if just a little, a UFO expert reasoned. Interestingly enough, there have been many recent accounts of flying objects mistakenly identified. In June of 2021, a few months prior to this current incident, the people of Arizona were astounded when they saw what they initially described to be a UFO. The chaos that it caused to the public prompted authorities to issue clarifications on the matter. In a statement, a spokesperson from NASA said that the object was a scientific balloon which they had released out into the air. This was supposed to be part of the agency's spring 2021 balloon campaign. Yet again, theorists remained adamant on the idea that what Ayana and her son saw was nowhere close to being a balloon. Unless there's a concrete explanation regarding this strange phenomenon, the thing that the mother and son saw will remain an anomaly. Just another strange case of a UFO up in the skies that no one seems to know what it is or where it came from. So there were two of the most shocking and out of this world stories around. The Earth can be a crazy place, and Twisted News is always sure to show you why. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you enjoyed this video, then check out some of our other ones because we have new videos coming out every single week. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you soon.